Tappei has just released Arc 9 Chapter 35, and this video will be a summary of the chapter. Highly recommend you check out my Arc 9 Chapter 34 summary. Anyways, let's begin. When Rem arrived at Roswell's mansion, she didn't feel like she was at home at all. Ram asks if she feels anything. Rem, sitting in the dragon carriage, looks at Roswell's manor. The manor was bigger and more luxurious than any she has seen before. However, Rem apologized as she didn't remember or feel anything. Ram says maybe it's natural, since this actual mansion that we're seeing is not the original one that they worked at, since the previous mansion was burned down by Otto. Rem was confused. Otto was calm and calculated. What made him burn down the mansion? Rem wonders if the others of the Emilia camp are the same. Rem then asks if the mansion isn't there to help her regain her memories. There must be another reason as to why they're going to the mansion. Ram then calls Rem really smart and says to wait and see. Rem and Ram walked through the garden. It was beautiful, but she felt no memories return to her. She noticed a girl and then jumped back. It was a girl with pink hair wearing a black tunic. Rem says that she's the witch who caused the great calamity. Ram then thanks Ryuzu for the welcome. Ram asks Rem to introduce herself, and Rem says that she is Rem, and Ryuzu introduces herself as Ryuzu. Rem, understanding their location, knew that this was not in fact the witch who caused the great calamity. They continued to talk and banter before the gate is opened. Numerous Ryuzu clones opened the gate, all with unique hairstyles and accessories, but with the same face, causing Rem to shriek out. The scene changes. When I heard the scream, I thought something happened, but I understand why, the blonde maid says. Rem feels embarrassed and apologizes for being noisy. The woman introduces herself as Silfie Elmart. She was previously Silfie Corneus, but she has recently been divorced, and she's been tasked with looking after the mansion with their absence. It's obvious that people who worked in the mansion would know Rem, but Silfie corrects her by saying that she's actually a newcomer and she isn't actually hired by Roswell. Her only master is Emilia. Rem asks if Silfie knew Emilia for a long time. Silfie said no, and Rem is shocked that Silfie has such a large devotion for Emilia. But Silfie says that it's not about the length of time, but it's how much you can do for each other. Rem thought to herself, Speaker, Katya, she didn't really know them for that long, but those bonds that they forged were irreplaceable to her. Subaru's face did pop in Rem's mind. Rem then appeared and asked if Silfie was bullying Rem. We see that Rem left earlier to go to attend some business. Rem then comments on Ram's maid outfit, and Ram says that she works for Roswell and this is the outfit they wear. Rem says that the outfit is actually quite revealing. Silfie's outfit, however, is normal, but Ram's one really shows a lot of the skin. Ram says that of course this is what they normally wear, and Rem believes that it's actually because of Subaru, since Subaru always commented that Rem would look good in certain pieces of clothing, so Subaru must have influenced their outfit design. Ryuzu points out that there seems to be a misunderstanding. Ram says that she doesn't mind Subaru's name being dragged in the mud, but she doesn't want her hard work and effort to be stolen by someone else. Ram reveals that it was actually her idea to make the outfit this way, since it would be easier to move around in. Albeit near the end of her sentence, she didn't really seem confident in what she was saying. Rem says it's natural to think that Subaru was the cause behind the revealing outfits because of the weird things he does. Ryuzu says that she feels bad for Subaru since he's always getting bad-mouthed. Rem says that he cross-dressed in Wallachia. Ryuzu says, huh? Subaru will never learn. Silfie, hearing this, went serious, saying he's behaving like that when he has Emilia, saying depending on the answer that she may need to do something. Silfie then fixes Ram's maid outfit and Ram thanks her. Silfie says that it's normal for her since she always had the clean Regulus Cornelius's mansion. Ram then made tea and they drank. They continued to talk before Rem's resolve strengthened. She would repay back the kindness she has been given. The scene changes. Rem wanders through the mansion. Every time she would pause, Ram would then tell her a story about the location they were in. Rem had seen many Ryuzu lookalikes. They were individuals who were born from a different method, and they work in the mansion. Silfie was also in another situation where her life was tossed around by fate. Ram says that Rem is similar, but once she walks to a new path, she will need to rebuild her relationships. But Ram says that there is one difference, is that Rem is special to her. Rem loved Ram, but that feeling was a 1. Ram's love for Rem was actually like a 10 or 100. They then arrived at Rem's room. It was a simple room with a bed and a bookshelf. Ram explains that she packed away Rem's books, but Subaru was the person that told her to unpack them. Rem then pulled out one of the poetry books. Many of them were about romance and love. Rem felt a bit embarrassed. I was asleep for more than a year, wasn't I? There was a chair next to the bed. No doubt many people sat there watching her sleep. There was nothing in this room that triggered any lost memories. However, something caught Rem's attention. A spiked ball. She then asks Ram what it is. And Ram says that it's a morning star. That was the name that Subaru gave it. Ram says it was precious to Rem. Rem is shocked. Ram says that Subaru would polish it with oil every single day. Subaru wouldn't joke about that. The morning star was held in a custom-made stand. There was an oil canister and cloth nearby, meaning that Ram's story was true. However, all of a sudden Rem's head burst with pain and she fell onto the floor, landing on her butt, not minding the indecent position she ended up in. The room was spinning. Everything was blending together. The past, the present, the future. A mountain village, the Wallachia emblem, a wheelchair creaking, flying dragons surrounding the city, a white whale flying, a desperate boy, a tearful boy, a smiling boy. A shock that rebuilt the world popped like a bubble. Her senses returned to her. Rem, a voice stated. Rem then touched her cheeks, wanting to make sure that this feeling stayed with her. Rem wanted to turn around, but Ram hugged her from behind, telling her to not turn around. For the first time in her life, Ram was disappointed in herself. Ram's voice trembled. Rem knew that Ram was always proud. This was the first time that she heard Ram like this. Back in Wallachia, on the way to Lagunica, even at the beginning when her horn was broken, when she protected the foolish Rem from the witch cult. Ram says that she is pathetic for forgetting someone as precious as Rem, and then Ram calls herself a cold-hearted sister. Rem turned around and saw Ram's eyes were damp. Rem says that it's not her fault. Rem says that she knows how much Ram does for her. Rem then brushes away Ram's tears, and with this, Rem brought Ram's head to her chest. Usually it was the other way around, but this was the first time that Rem looked after her sister. Rem tells Ram that she loves her. Rem wants to stay like this forever, but knows that she has to tell others that she loves them. She is glad that she is living. Subaru's face comes up in her mind. She wants to tell Subaru how much she loves him. And with that, the scene changes. Rem bowed to Petra. All of a sudden, Petra's mind was no longer cloudy. The first to speak was the imaginary Subaru, saying Rem's name. Petra's memories reformed. As Petra, she didn't spend much time with Rem. She didn't talk to Rem much. But once Subaru arrived, Rem became more lively, and not only that, Rem was the person who saved Petra from melee in the village. Emilia asks if it is really Rem, and Rem tells Emilia to take her time. Emilia says that the outfit looks good on her, and Rem taps her uniform and pushes her chest out, saying that her sister picked the uniform for her. Melee taps her head, saying that Ram's little sister is the reason why her attack on the village failed. And Ram says to be thankful to Rem because no one was really hurt. That's the reason why Melee is allowed to join their camp. Clint says that everyone who witnesses Rem remembers her, hence why they were late. This was the resurrection of Rem's name. Petra was brought to tears and dashed towards Rem and started crying and calling her name. Rem asks if she ever had this close of a relationship to Petra, saying that she doesn't remember that part. Despite that, she stroked Petra's head, and with that, the chapter ends. So yep, it looks like Rem's name is truly back, and yeah, Rem is back to normal. Seems to love Subaru. I do feel like there will be a conflict between the Rem of Valakia and the Rem of Arc 1 to 3, but let me know what you think. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the hiatus.